First thing I'm going to do is apply my regular foundation. I'm not going any lighter or darker than my current skin tone. Next, I'm using a dark brown cream eyeshadow, which I'm applying all over the lid, all around, above and underneath, and I'm lightly blending it out with a blending brush. Next, I'm going in with my black gel liner, which I'm applying on my top lash line and smudging it with a pencil brush, and that's going to take a little bit of building up. So I'm doing this a second time, so adding more darkness and then smudging it some more. And I'm going to do the exact same thing on my bottom lash line. Only this time I'm going to stop about 3/4 of the way in because I want to add white on the inner corner. So for now I'm just smudging out the black all around my eye, tight lining top and bottom. On the bottom again I'm leaving the inner corner bare. In fact, I want to intensify the little tail on the inner corner of my eye just so it showcases the white that I want to add a bit better. So now I'm going in with a dark brown eyeshadow and I'm intensifying the darkness underneath the eye and also inside my crease, but mostly towards the inner corner underneath the brow. And I want to make the tail of my brows stand up, so I'm using my regular glue stick just to make them stand. I'm also brushing them up. You can do this a couple of times. This washes off with water, so it's quite easy. While I'm waiting for the glue to dry, I'm adding my whiteness on the inner corner of the eye. I'm just creating a little triangle just so it looks like my eyes are bigger towards the inner corner. Next, I'm filling in my brows using the same dark brown eyeshadow that I used before for my crease. I'm just setting the base for the hairs that I'm going to draw on in a bit. A generous coat of mascara, top and bottom. And now I'm actually using a water activated paint, which gives the exact same effect as a gel liner. It just comes off easier, which is why I chose it for this look. So I'm basically eliminating my arch. I want to add stray hairs here and there, just, stemming from my brows obviously, but very disheveled, and I don't know, it's not a beauty look obviously. So right now I'm working on the widow's peak with the same dark brown eyeshadow. I'm just creating the point and blending out the edges just so they're not that harsh. And with the same paint, I'm trying to mimic hairs. So this is one of the most time-consuming parts of this look, trying to get the hairs to look as natural as possible. And yes, I'm going into the roots of my hair, but as I said, this is a water-activated paint, so it comes off pretty easily. Doing a bit of blending just so the result is softer, and then I'm going in with my medium brown eyeshadow on my cheekbones and underneath the jawline. This is going to be my guide, so I know roughly where I'm going to place my hairs. This is what I'm doing right now. I'm basically drawing more hairs on my face just so I look like a werewolf, or just the way I looked back in high school. I'm just turning myself into a hairy Mary is what I'm trying to say, and I'm using my contours as my guide for where I'm going to place the hairs. The hairs on the cheek go in the hollow of the cheek, and I'm also doing a bit of blending on top of the black just so it's softer. Next, I'm adding the hairs underneath the jawline where I also contoured before. I'm taking it down to the neck. You can take the hairs down as much as you want, obviously. You can do it all over your body if you wish so. And for lips, I'm using Stone, which is a taupey gray lip pencil by MAC. And I'm also adding a bit of a gradient effect using a black pencil on the edges of my lips as well. This gives a lot more dimension to the lips. So now I'm ready to move on to the rest of my contouring, which is going to be a bit more delicate. I'm going to create a few wrinkles and nooks and crannies, so I'm using my medium brown eyeshadow. I didn't want to create an actual wolf nose, so I'm just adding a bit of shadow underneath my nose. And now I'm using a light colored concealer. This is too light for my current skin tone, which is why it's going to serve as a good highlighter for my cheekbones and for any part of my face that I want to make more prominent, such as above the brows. I'm also adding a bit of medium brown eyeshadow so the forehead looks a tiny bit more animalistic, so to speak. Next, I'm adding quite a few frown lines, and in order to find them, I'm pulling these funny faces, which you'll have to do if you want to look like an angry werewolf. Not only do I want to look angry, but I want to look tired in general, so I'm also adding extra lines and a few bags underneath my eyes. I just want to look bad. And just so it looks as though I just ate my meal, I'm adding a touch of burgundy lipstick, which is reminiscent of blood, on the center of my lips. As a final touch, you can stick on your yellow contacts, preferably with a round pupil rather than a vertical one. And there you have the finished look. So that was it from me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!